Leo, hi. So this is going to be a reading for July 13th through the 19th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Leo. What do we got? The overall energy for the reading, the Nine of Pentacles. That's about mostly the only good energy I'm seeing in this reading. What the hell is going on here? What do you got going on? Yeah, a sense of I feel good. I feel strong, balanced. I feel like I'm good. Okay. In the recent past, the Three of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles. You're kind of moving with something here, something that looks good, it looks promising, it has to do with another energy, and it's moving along quite slow, but along. But also at times confusing. So it's not something I would see any fire sign for that matter attached to. Like, usually the fire has a tendency to be like, oh my god, this is amazing, let's go, you know, and that's it. But like when something moves so slowly ahead and with confusion on top of it all, it's not characteristic of you necessarily. So I think it's you. I think you're involved in this. But man, it's slow. And okay, the slowness part, okay, I could go with that. Sometimes it happens. We slip up. But the confusion part? Like what's that about? On top of it all. Okay. Maybe because of the confusion things move slow. I don't know. But in the current situation, the Death card, the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Wands. Okay. Leo, what am I going to do with you? What is this? What are we doing here? You're kind of like, okay, I'm done with, let's give you something to be done with. I'm done with this, you know, your dog's toy is going in the garbage. It's done. You're done with it. The dog may not be done with it, but you're done. You're like, okay, this needs to go. I need to replace this toy. That's it. I'm done with it. Once you go and pick up the toy and say to yourself, I'm done with this, then before you get to the trash can, you change your mind. You're like, no, but this is, I got this toy for him when he was just a puppy, and it's like, I can't really let go of the no, but no, I'm done, I gotta clean up. He's got too many toys but not this one. Yeah, so there's a little bit of that at play where you're like, okay, first part, so far so good, you're done with something, cool. But then, you know, not even 2 minutes later, you're like, no. Yes, Juno, may I assist you? Okay, I thought so. In the immediate future, the Ten of Wands, the Devil, the Three of Swords. There's something heavy here. There's something hard to deal with, something painful from what I can see. And you're acknowledging that yeah, I have to deal with this. I don't know if it's you or somebody else. Somebody complicates the shit out of this energy. It's like, okay, it's painful. Yes, it is. Cool, we all agree with that one. Why add to it if it's painful already and hard already to deal with it? Somebody's complicating the actual energy that brings up the pain. So let's say, okay, a tornado hit your home and it blew off your roof. Right? Yeah, the damage is there, the painful in the sense of, you know, financially, painfully, like, okay, fuck it, I have to deal with all of this now, and But somebody's in the house, which could be you or somebody else, that makes this whole fucking commotion that it almost feels like the roof is the least of your problems. So somebody's complicating the shit out of this energy, even though in itself it looks like a painful energy and a hard energy to deal with. So I don't know who the hell is doing that, whether it's you or somebody else, but yeah, not the greatest energy. But okay, we got this. Let's clarify. Let's see what's really going on. For the Nine of Pentacles, you get the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, you're looking in your energy like, I do got this, I'm working on something, I'm putting my energy into whatever, even your day-to-day job, whatever it is, but there's consistency in it. There's a sense of you're coming from a pretty balanced place. Like you do got this, What do you have around you that doesn't have this though? Because you do seem to keep it all together there. Three of Cups in the recent past. The Nine of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Swords. Okay, so this experience that you shared with somebody was looking like it was making progress. The reason that it's looking so slow and confusing, it's because it's that type of a progress of one step forward, two steps back. So, yeah, there were good days there. But man, there were some harsh days, too, to it. That every time those harsh energies opened up, every time with no exception, I see you wanting to just fuck it all and just walk away. But I don't think you did. Which definitely pushed this forward slowly. For the Knight of Pentacles, you get the Queen of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords. You do carry love for whoever is at the other end of this, which you're coming through with the understanding, though, that sometimes that's not enough. That's not going to make this fly under awesome energies, necessarily. So that's not what's stopping you from moving away from this, That's not what it is, the love part. Because you do carry that understanding of, yeah, sure, I carry love, but sometimes that's not enough. Okay. Let me do the Two of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Lovers. Okay. And at some point the question becomes, who do I love more? Myself? My well-being? Or this situation? Okay, so this was supposed to teach you to love yourself then. Did you though? And to listen to yourself when you felt certain needs here. I don't know, but it became such a heavy moving forward. It's like, come on, no, we can't do any better than this, because again, it's moving under the energy of one step forward, two steps back. So it's still moving forward, but man. Anyways, let me do the Death card in the current situation. The Emperor, the Four of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. You're moving the same here through this process in which you're telling me you're done with something, right? In your energy, you're showing up clear as daylight. I'm done. Physically, though, it's the same type of movement. It feels like a gut instilled within you, Okay, I'm going to go through this process in which I'm going to be done with something. How are we going to go through this process? Exactly the same rhythm as how this energy built some sort of foundation here. This progress over a connection. That's how it's kind of shutting it down too. Under the same exact energy. One step forward, two steps back. And you're moving like that with this ending, because you're the one that says, okay, I'm done here. So it's the whole toy thing, right? I want to throw it out. By the time you get to the trash, it's like, hold on. Hold your horses. For the Eight of Wands in the current situation, you get the Four of Swords, the King of Cups, the Two of Cups. There's those good times, the one step forward times in which, but man, we get along so perfectly, for 2 minutes out of a month. So it's like, can't just throw it all away for that. My dog loves that toy. I can't just throw it out. Let's do the Nine of Wands. It's interesting how the exact same frequency for how this was built and what is trying to take it down is the same fucking speed. It was built. There was a foundation there. But man, with like a lot. And then that's the same style of speed that it wants to come down. Well, it kind of makes sense too, though. Yeah. Well, not necessarily, but it would. For the Nine of Wands, you get the Hangman, the Six of Cups, the Five of Cups. Yeah, and then there's the history of it. The whole, but my dog has had that toy since he was a puppy. You can't just throw shit like that out. You're gonna keep it forever and ever. But at some point you gotta, because it's like he had 10 more toys or 100 more toys since he was a puppy. What the fuck am I gonna do? Keep all of them? You get to decide. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in a reading. Like, I can see it building up. And let's say this took 5 years to build it up. I can see it coming down. And I'm like, it almost looks like it's going to take 5 years to come down. And I know you're going to say probably, no, please don't. But that's the exact same speed to things. Like, what the this is so fascinating in a very interesting, controversial way, but okay. For the Ten of Wands in the immediate future, you get the Temperance card, the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. At some point, I do see you wanting to rush through this energy of, I gotta move on. I really gotta move. I don't have 5 years, to give to this. I really gotta go. I gotta go. But by doing that, you're kind of going against the process of healing that you've... What makes this last longer than it needs to, this whole process of this being done, is your resistance to it being done. So instead of rushing through all of that and being like, I don't want to deal with any of this anymore, why don't you start looking into what within you is resisting this process? What's going on here? Why are you slamming the brakes on the car that you're also pressing the freaking pedal on? Like, stop pressing either the gas or the brakes. Like, figure out what's going on rather than, oh, well, now I don't have time for this, so I gotta go. I gotta move on with my life. What am I doing here? You can't. It's just gonna make this freaking situation blow up on you. You know how it goes. You reject things that are there for your healing. They're gonna grow bigger and more uncomfortable. And it's you can't bypass this. And I see you're trying to do that because you're bored. Because, who takes 5 years to bring something down? I don't know, I'm just saying, it's probably not going to be 5 years, but it's definitely longer than anticipated, especially because you're the one that's carrying this energy of I'm done here. And you're also the one that's kind of standing in the way of that. For the Devil in the immediate future, you get the Page of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups. You're not going to be... Yeah, you are rushing. You're starting to rush here. To the next chapter. It's almost like you're starting to hang on to or kind of grab at any energy that would feel in the moment that is good for you, or that, okay, Juno, you're going to go out. Chill. You're trying to grab at any energy that feels good for you in the moment, but not really long term, kind of things that, okay, that looks like fun today, let's do that. And then that looks like fun today, let's do that. And then, the next week is like, oh, we're going to do, it's almost like you're packing up your schedule just to do something. But it's to distract you from all of this energy that's starting to grow. The energy of, hey, you're not done with this process here yet. You didn't throw out the toy quite yet. Yes, I did. In the storage bin. Let me do the Three of Swords. You're intentionally, without realizing that you are overlapping energies here. And I think you're going to come out of this exhausted and still not feeling great, if you keep on doing this. For the Three of Swords, you get the King of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Empress. Yeah, you're adding too much on your plate when you're already having enough. You'll come out of this. I can see you coming out of this at the other end of the craziness that you're creating. And you're looking like, okay, I think I made it. You got this. But why add so much on your plate? Why add to it? Again, instead of doing that and adding more energy to the table, to your process here, why not start to unpack what you're going through right now? What within you makes you resist this process that you yourself are initiating? Don't add to that. You don't need to add to that. That's plenty to deal with. Just unpack it. That's it. Instead of adding. But I see you having the tendency, I'm done with this. Well, have you even tried to unpack? Well, no, but, it's too much. Oh, it's too much. And then you're adding more. From the universe for you as a final advice, you get the Eight of Pentacles, the Tower, the Seven of Pentacles. This has been kind of a disaster from the get-go. The energy is just replicating the exact energy I gave you back there when I explained how this looked. One step forward, two steps backwards. It's kind of been like this whole building up of something that now is trying to be taken apart, and it's the same rhythm for the taking apart energy as it was for the bringing it up, which is quite crazy. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.